Good morning, y'all. Today I'm going to work in my Possibilitarian art journal again, and we're going to talk about art journaling as therapy. I don't know about y'all, but when I get frustrated, it helps to do something a little creative. When I get upset, if I turn my mind to something creative, that seems to help. So today we're going to do that. Here's what I did yesterday. I'm going to flip the page and we're going to work on this spread right here. And I thought what I would do, because this is brown packing paper, so I decided I would take pages, book pages, and I would strengthen up that packing paper by gluing book pages on there. And I'm using an old Reader's Digest book because I don't think I'll have to pay quite as much attention to the text that's going to be showing, or that might be showing, as if I would if I used a different book. And what I mean by that is, if you're just using just any old book, you might want to scan down the page and make sure before you glue it to your art surface that there's not just some random words that you might not want to be showing on your page. And I know this because I had done some very pretty book page flowers and I was just in love with them, and I posted them on Instagram, and a dear friend texted and said, my wife wanted me to make sure that you realize there is a bad word on one of your flower petals. And oh my goodness, what a bad word it was too. It was bad. So I always just kind of check your book pages and be sure that you're happy with the text that's going to be on there. Just as a precaution. You never know. Oh, and these days, you know, so many things, even if it's not a cuss word or something, it could trigger somebody. So you have to be careful with that too, because that's the kind of world we live in. And I'm just randomly ripping up stuff here. Okay, let's take out the trusty glue press. I keep trying to call it a glue gun. It is not a glue gun. It is a glue press, Jennifer, a glue press. So let's take this out and stick my pin in, because the reason I'm doing that, you shouldn't have to do that if you put your glue press in your holster the proper way. You wouldn't have to do that, but I never seem to hit it just right. So there is that. Okay, most people would be using a glue stick for this. I have mixed results with glue sticks. They work, but I find that my images lift and the edges never really stay like they ought to. They never really stick down like they ought to. So I just use liquid glue. If it's still not dry enough when we get ready to do the other treatments, we can always heat it with the heat tool and finish drying that glue. The only thing is, you know, you're going to get glue all over your hands. That's just a given. But that's okay. So back to art journaling as therapy. Depending on your life situation, different things might be frustrating you, getting you upset, or making you feel pushed. And today I feel really pushed for a variety of reasons. And so there are things that I need to be doing, that I know I need to be doing, and I'm just being, well, I got upset. And let's just quit beating around the bush. I got upset at something that was said to me. And so now I'm being rebellious And instead of doing what I need to be doing, I decided that I would do this instead. I just covered up almost a whole piece, but that's okay because every little piece that I glue on strengthens my page. All right, let's get another one. I was thinking that I had some pretty papers that I might also want to glue, some thin papers, but I'm not exactly sure where they are. So I guess we won't. But what we can do is add some of these. Let's continue with our blue thing a little bit. Okay, pumpkins. Not exactly the flavor of the day, huh? It's more, we need more Christmassy. But we'll make this work. We don't care. This is just an exercise in fun. I need fun right now. Just sometimes things just get a little muchly. Does that ever happen to y'all? And so then if I don't find an outlet for it, I just feel like I'm gonna, as my children used to say when they were potty training, it would come flying out of the bathroom. It's gonna kerplode, Mama, it's gonna kerplode. Well, I feel like I'm about to kerplode at the moment. So this is my way of dealing with the kersplosion. Okay, my page is starting to look kind of nice. Did that get glued? Yep. Okay. There's something about playing with papers and glues that just kind of help to settle your mind, distract it, get it headed somewhere else as far as whatever it is that you got going on, and that's always helpful. Okay, I need to put something up here because that did not get fully glued. I can see it popping up. It's a busy week. Right before Christmas is always busy and always kind of stressful anyway. So this will be a nice way to head that off. Please leave me some replies down in the comments about how you combat stressful situations in your life. If you've got any tips, that would be helpful. We all deal with stress in different ways, I know. For a long time, I didn't really deal with it at all. I just kept it bottled up. And then I discovered paper arts, and I just get lost in the process. And it's just kind of wonderful. You wonder what I'm doing? I'm sorry, I'm off screen. I'm tearing the unprinted edges of the page off. I'll probably use that for maybe over here where I want to do some writing. Maybe I'll do some writing. I might just do some stamping. All right. Lay this little piece right here. Everybody got a big Christmas planned. I know you've heard me say that our kids are coming in for Christmas with the grandchildren, and I'm looking very, very forward to that because I haven't seen them since July. So I'm looking forward to that. And I guess our son will be coming in probably just for the day because he lives not close, but a couple hours drive. So he'll probably be coming in for presents and food. Imagine that. And we'll go down to my mom's and eat and all that good stuff. It'll be nice. Okay, so there is my page, semi-reinforced. It's still flimsy, but we can do little things with it. Okay, now am I going to glue things over here or no? And then I brought, did I bring that? I'm going to pause you just a second. I got to go get something I found. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. When I was in the sewing studio, I found this piece of cardboard that I had gessoed for one of my Altenew Challenge cards, because I'm in the Altenew certification program. It's so much fun. I thought I might use that. It looks quite nice right there. Okay, so before we do any of that, let's stack these pages up and kind of move them out of the way. I might want a little bit more of decorative paper thrown on there, just for kicks and giggles. A little more color. I have no idea where this is going. I'm just playing. Just playing. Just letting the creative monster out of the box, so to speak. Okay. Now, we learned yesterday that our gesso is super de duper thick. So I'm gonna squirt out a little bit. Right. Good grief. I'm telling you what, that is some more thick stuff. I'm gonna put some right there. And I'm gonna spray a little bit of water in it, because there's no way it needs to be that thick. And I'm gonna come along and I'm gonna gesso over this just a little bit, just because I like to. No real reason other than that. Ooh, it stinks. Okay, I need a little bit more. Good golly, Miss Molly, that is hard. I know you're tired of hearing me say that, but my goodness gracious, that is a difficult task. Let's mix it up this way and smush it in there. Smush it into that water. Make it go a little further by using the palette knife to mix it up. It still needs. I wonder if it's just old. If that's why it's so hard. I don't know. I've never used that brand before. So. Okay. Paint that up just so that you can still see the print of the pages, and you can still see the decorative papers, but they're not as in your face, so to speak. And then we'll come over here and we'll warp this page up, but it looks like we're going to need to manhandle some more gesso out. This will also strengthen our page up. Although this page is the thicker material. It was craft cardstock. This little book, I love this little book. It's made out of craft text, and I know you've heard me rave about craft text. I just really, really, really enjoy using that product. I foresee a long-lasting relationship between me and craft text products. Oh, goodness gracious. I gotta build my muscles up. Wowza. All right, let's put this over here. I'm fixing to wind up in some trouble. Okay. I've got to learn how to make shorter videos. I know that when y'all come on here, you're not watching the whole thing, and I want to build my channel, but I'm a very slow artist, and so I don't know how to speed the process up, and I don't know how to edit videos either. So, and I don't know if that's something I really want to learn. I probably should, but I'm not trying to cover every inch of this page right here. Just get some gesso on it. Just to make it easier to work with. Okay, so there's that. Now then, I'm going to have to pause you because I got to go wash my brush out. This stuff will set up like cement if I don't. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've cleaned out my brush, and I'm going to just hit my pages with the heat gun a little bit to dry up the gesso. Okay, I've sort of been thinking about what I'm going to do. I think I want to stamp this. I don't know if I'm going to stamp it directly onto the journal. I think I'm going to stamp it onto a sheet of paper and then fussy cut. I think that's what I'm going to do. Which one do I want to do? I think I'll do this one. And then I have some Christmas stamps. Because it is Christmas. And then maybe I'll use one of the tags from the Winter Veil. And none of this is matching. And guess what? I don't care. I do not care. So let me get this out. I want to stamp and then emboss this and then color it. So let's get my stamping thingamabobber. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, there's one. I will use my stamping wheel from Alta New. This thing's a lot of fun because you can paint on it. See the top of this? I have made a mess, but I love it. And I'm going to put her right there. And then I'm going to take some Christmas ornaments. I'm going to do this one and emboss it. And then, oh, that one's pretty too. I'm going to do this one. Okay, we'll start with those. So the way that this works, I have a blue dot up here to show me where the front is. So I push down on that, and then my stamps are stuck. And I am going to use can be any color because I'm going to do this with black. So I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair, and this is Sand Dune. The reason I'm using the VersaFine Clair, it takes a little while for it to dry, and so it gives you time to put your embossing powders on there. This is not, I keep forgetting this is a light color, and I keep trying to make it stand out black. Okay, let's see what we get. Put your stamp wheel in position with the dot at the top and press down. Okay, and looky there. Well, she's a little messy down at the bottom. Let's do it one more time. This one's not as juicy as the black one, the black ink pad that I've got. I might should have used it after all. We'll see if this works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll get another sheet and find the black ink. This is about saving my sanity. Okay, we're going to peel that up. It's got some stick-in power, let me tell you what. That sticky mat on there is sticky. Okay, here is my sheet that I used yesterday to pour my embossing powders in. And oops, here is my black embossing powder. It says Black Sparkle. Okay, so we're gonna, I probably could have used a different color on the ornaments. I was thinking that I would use my watercolor pens. And I got one of those plastic trays that you can pour your excess into. I couldn't get it to come loose from the tray. That was a major fail for me. Alright, I got a little bit right there. And other than that, it looks pretty good. Looks like I might have missed the top of that ornament. Ask me, do I care? I do not. I'm just doing mindless. This is just for me. It does not have to be perfect in any shape, form, or fashion. I did pretty good with the embossing powder. That's a first. All right, we're going to heat it from the back. And then we're going to turn around. And we're going to emboss. I always have a hard time telling whether or not it's actually embossed. Whether it's melted, I guess would be a better term. Ooh, hot. And I think that they're done. Yep, they are done. All right, put that up. Let's get out the scissors. Oh gosh, I didn't clean them last night. I'm gonna be able to use them. Yeah. All right. We're going to attempt to fussy cut these puppies. Fussy cutting is not my strong point. And you turn the paper, not the scissors, and hopefully don't cut your image in two in the places where you can't see where you're going. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even in camera. Okay. Turn your paper, not your scissors, and that's so hard to do. They trained us wrong in kindergarten, didn't they? I didn't even get to go to kindergarten. They didn't have such a thing when I was a kid. And then my grandmother piloted the Head Start program here where I live after I think I was in the 2nd or 3rd grade. All right, there's that ornament. I'll draw in its little top. Okay, turn the paper, not the scissors. And I'm not real worried, let's cut that extra off, about, you know, I wish I could maintain a perfect little distance from the embossed line, but I think for me that is impossible, and I need to just embrace the imperfection. Kind of like quilting. If you run out of the ditch, don't worry about it. All right, this one, we're going to come along like this, and we're going to come down this. I turned my scissors and not the paper, didn't I? And we're going to, the hair is going to be the hard part. Okay. Easy does it, coming around those curves. She's got a weird little top on. I don't know why it's done that way, but I didn't design the stamp. We're just going to go with what we got. Okay, now we're going to come back down this way and around that hair, up this way and down and around. Ooh, my hand. Need to find my Tim Holtz spring action scissors and use them. I could get into fussy cutting. I like to cut out like journaling cards and things like that. I could probably learn to get into fussy cutting, but I wouldn't want to do it for extended periods of time, I don't think. Okay, I think I want to go in here just a little bit more. I'm fixing to mess up. Whew, okay, there we go. Not bad. Okay. You might know where I put my journal. Let's put the ink up. All right, I want her to go there. I want to use this corrugated piece. I just love that. Not that it has anything to do with Christmas. It just looks neat. I might do a candy cane and put on there. Now I've got this gold star I might put over here. And I wanted to color with my pencils, my pens, my inks, whatever they're called. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go get them. Okay, got my Poetique real brush pens, watercolor pens. I got these from Amazon 2 or 3 years ago, and I have really enjoyed using them. So let's set the journal up here. For this, I'm going to come in with, ooh, some light purple, I think. And just fill in these stripes. Just to give it a little bit of punch. You know, as I'm thinking about it, that corrugated piece has zero to do with the other pieces, but I just really like it. There's something about it that keeps drawing me to it, so I don't think I care that it doesn't go with the rest of the piece. Okay, that's got the purple one. Let's fix the top of that. Now it has a little hanger-danger thingy. Whoops, I just marked all over myself. Oh my goodness. So there's that one. Now this one, let's see if we can find a more true red or pinkish. That might work. Oh, what color is this? Watch me dump the whole thing out. This is Argyle. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, that's red. Okay. We're going to do the stripes in red. I just love these pens. These brushes, excuse me. Okay. Now I'm going to do a sickly green. And I'm going to come along because it just needs to be something different from the dark of the red, I think. This would be a color my daughter would really like. All right, let's come along in here and let's do this as well. And again, we're just playing. We're just losing ourselves in the comfort of self-expression. For those times when we don't feel like we can express ourselves to others, we do it this way. That way we make no enemies, we don't make anybody mad, we get out of our own heads a little bit and get rid of some of the whatever that's going on. Is that a light enough blue? I don't think so. I want a light blue. That's the only issue I have with this, is there's not a whole lot of, I mean, there's 48 colors. That's a lot of colors, but sometimes I can't find the exact thing that I want, but this will work. And so we just dibble dabble that in. And just like that, we have a majorly multicolored ornament. Now I'm going to come in with this same blue, just carry that over onto the other side, and I'm going to stripe her shirt. And then I think I will use a pink. This is pink. It is. My grandmother used to grow double pink begonias. You talk about a green thumb. That lady had a green thumb, I'm here to tell you. I don't think there was anything that she couldn't get to grow. And that is no exaggeration. She had the most beautiful flower beds. Let's hit her lips with a little pink. Can I see to do that? Yeah. That way she's color coordinated. All right, and for her hair, we'll give her blonde hair. And I know that this seems like it's taken forever, but for me, it's not really taken a long time. It's just kind of hanging out and doing something fun. Wish I had thick hair like this girl does. All right, let's find a contrast yellow now to put in there with that. Make it a contrast brown. And just kind of there. Now, I don't think we even need to color her eyes. I'm not going to try to get a flesh tone on her skin. I'd really pulverize that. All right. So let's see here. Do we want her right here and the ornaments and the star over here? That makes it work better than the original thought that I had. That's what we're going to do. And that way it will have a little bit of an unexpected look to the journal page. And I want to, I forgot about this. Come in with just a little bit of some color. All right, mate, that's a brush. I said a little bit of color, not a whole lot. Goodness. Yep. Water that down. Mercy, mercy, Mr. Percy. All is not lost. Get some brush strokes going over here. And then come in with this turquoise. Okay. And now I'm going to come back with some gesso. Knock that back just a little. That looks better. See? No mistakes. Only design opportunities. I think that I need to get my paints organized so that I have a little better selection besides just what I randomly find sitting on my desk. That's what I think, and I did. I stuck my journal cover. No, I didn't. I got lucky. Okay. Yep, I just mangled my ornament. If it can be done and messed up, it's going to be me. What does it? Okay, let's just do a quickie clean right here. Actually, let's don't waste any. There. Good enough for the moment. Okay. That's already dry. Pretty dry. We're going to glue her down. Just random placement. I'm not even really thinking about it. This is that Tim Holtz star. I have enjoyed using this thing, and this time it's on some kind of it's a paper. I've forgotten what it's called. I'll have to look it up. But it's really pretty. Really, really, really pretty. This star was the hit of my Christmas cards this year. I've cut 60 of those puppies out. And then I luster waxed 60 of them. It took forever and a day. Okay. Let me put my watercolor brushes back in their box. And put them back over here. And let's see. I think I want to cut this out. Maybe. It's very hard for me to see. I think it's this mat. Nah, that doesn't do a thing. Okay. We're going to take tag. I had my tags. And then again, no. Yes, I had a tag. I knew I had a tag. These came from either Michael's or Hobby Lobby, 4 or 5 years ago. Well, I just found them in my drawer when I was looking for random things for this video. And so I think I want to do it as a flip. Maybe. And then maybe I just don't. Maybe I just want to write, get out of your own head. Maybe that's what I want to do. There was my VersaFine Claire black ink. Now yesterday I had a black pen. This is not it. Where do you suppose? Okay, I'm going to pause you again. Alright, let's do a smidge of journaling. I'm going to say, keep the joy. Let go of the anger. Be happy. Where you are. Voila. And now we can come along and we can do some dots and dashes and so on and so forth. It's not dotting too well, is it? Not quite what I had in mind, but that's all right. And there's my page. And that makes me smile. So I hope that maybe you got some inspiration from this and will think about using your art journal or getting an art journal and using it to maybe divert some of your frustrations like I did this morning with this. All right, I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.